disclaimer. This channel does not promote or encourage any illegal activities. All content provided by this channel is meant for educational purposes only. So let's get started. So what we're going to be going over today is going to be a tool called RustScan. So what is RustScan? It's basically a network scanner or a modern port scanner used by hackers. So what are like some popular port scanners? So the ones that you guys might be or might know is probably NMAP, a very popular port scanner. But the thing that makes RustScan different is that it claims that it's probably the fastest port scanner out there. It says right here, it finds ports quickly, 3 seconds at its fastest, and it runs scripts through our scripting engine, which is supported by Python, Lua, and also Shell supported. So today we're going to be testing out RustScan and showing you guys the basics of it. And so what I want to be able to do is download the tool, but I'm currently on Mac and I probably could use brew install RustScan, but I'm gonna assume most of you guys are on your Linux machine. So I'm gonna go on, you can install, I'm gonna be installing it how you install it on a Linux machine, or I guess on KALILINUX to be more specific. So what we want to be able to do is go on the release page and then click on the .deb file. So from here, I will copy the link and then go on my terminal and write wget and then get the link where the .deb file is at. Press download and then we'll see it download. So from here on, you just want to type dkpj-i and then on RustScan and then I think dpkj. And then from here, it sets up RustScan for you. So now if I type RustScan, we see it set up for us. So now we can start actually playing around with RustScan. So from here on, I set up a vulnerable machine called Metasploitable. A lot of people set up Metasploitable using VMs, but in my case, since I'm on Mac, a lot of people know that Macs are currently kind of difficult to work on VMs, even though it's been getting better. But I'm currently using Docker to set this up. If you guys want to know how to set this up on Docker, I'll probably make a separate video on it. But other than that, what I'll do from right here is basically copy this IP and run a simple RustScan. So if I go on iTerm and I do RustScan -a for address and then put the IP that I want to be able to access, which is this right here. Just do this RustScan -a and then we'll see all the ports that are currently open on this IP. And it's because I added the extra control 0. Go right here. Wait. .2. And if I go right here, .2. And then we see all the ports that are currently open on this machine. So we see multiple ports open, and this is basically the RustScan output along with NMAP, because it's kind of like a wrapper around NMAP where it's also using the NMAP scripts as you can see right here. And there's a lot more things you could do with RustScan. You could also specify if you want to target specific ports. So in this case, the port I'm going to specifically target is port 20, let's pick one, 139. So we'll do -p for port and then specify the port that we want to target, which is 139. And basically we just press enter and it's gonna only focus on that port and give us that specific information for that port. You could also adjust it on where you could select multiple ports. So you do -p 139 and then we'll do 8180 then or 8180 and then what 62451 and then what's another one, 514. So we press enter. It only gave us information on those 4 ports. You can even take it a step forward, a step more, where you could set up a certain range. So then how you'll do that specifically is basically just do -- range and then set the range of ports that you want to do it from. In my case, I want to do it from 1 to 500 or 1 to 200 and see what it gives us. And it gives us all the ports between range 1 to 200, which is right here, 21, 22, 23, 25, 80, 111, and 139. So from right here, you could also get, you could also run the arguments to be a lot more mysterious. So you could adjust the arguments so you could get even more info than just what service it has. You can even get the specific version of it. So how we'll do that is basically do it from this range, but we'll just add a dash dash, and then we'll do a dash A for aggressive, and then dash SC. And it's still gonna target these ports from 1 to 200, but we're gonna add these two, which will run scripts on them and get even more information out of what we have right now. So as you see right here, same thing, ports from 0 to what do you call it, 200, and now we're just waiting on the rest of it to show up. So right now it's running the NMAP scan. So yeah, it's running the NMAP script on this, and it's doing it from 111 to 139, basically what we have right around here, 139, and it's giving us more information. So let's see, 21 has anonymous FTP login, 22 is open, 23 has telnet, 25 has SMTP with a lot more information right here, and then 80 has the Apache service that's running and more info about it. 111 has other stuff that we could look at. But yeah, that's how you could get even more into using RustScan. I guess another cool feature that it has is that if you want to be able to scan ports in random order, which will help you not set off, I guess, firewalls. I guess that would be a cool thing, is you want to set up RustScan-A and then put the IP that you want to target, and from there on you put the range. But at this point, except of having this at the end, what we want to be able to do is look up scan-order, and then the order that we want to do it is basically random. So why would you want to do this is because if you were to scan these ports like iteratively, and firewalls will be able to detect that, but if you scan them randomly, it makes it a lot harder. So if I just do this, it scans it randomly from random variables or random variations, and we see it still printing it out for us, the info that we got from it. So yeah, if we probably could get even deeper with RustScan. Let's see if I could name you guys some other cool trips that you could do. So RustScan has multiple features. It also has features including with scripting that I'm probably not gonna get into because that will be a little bit more advanced. But what we could do is basically use another flag which RustScan I guess has, which is RustScan and then dash A. Or we could just go up, and then except of this we could probably type dash G. So why would we use the dash G command? Is basically so we could get these IPs in a nice order, in which we could use it for either coding languages such as Python right here, because this you can use it as a list, or dash G so you could grep for these specific ports, making it a bit more needier for programming purposes. Also, if you're not too fond of the art, you could also use a RustScan command called accessible, which will print out all the available ports without the fancy art that you see up here. But in my opinion, I kind of like the art. Gives it a little bit more, I guess, flavor. But if you're not a big fan of it, you could just type RustScan-A for the address, the range if you want a specific range, and you just do dash dash then accessible. So you type accessible, and then from there you see it being printed out, but without the whole fancy color. So yeah, that's about it for this video. Is basically just getting you an understanding of RustScan using, I guess, Metasploitable, so we could practice on it. If you guys want more video like this, let me know in the comments and I'll make more. But yeah, that's about it. Hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.